Sorry, I had me mic on mute there. Jesus Christ, good start. Good evening, everyone, to round 2 of CDR Formula 2 here in Jeddah. So, I had a good race last week. Remember, a bit of a drag race to the line in the sprint race, so we're going to have it that tight this week. Go through the standings in a moment. So 17 drivers in. Don't know if we're waiting on 1 or 2 more. Should be a good race this after last week. Battles throughout, seeing quite a few drivers make quite a lot of places up the grid, to be honest. I think Dan made at least 20 overtakes throughout the sprint and the race, he came from the back to the front in the feature. Great drive. Evening's over it. So for the driver standings in P1, we've got JJ, 31 points. Followed by Carl, his brother, in P2. Airways taking the 3rd spot. Closely followed by Dan, Luckman and Wookie. So JJ out in P1 on 31 points. Only 21 points separating the top 10 drivers. Nerfpack in P11 in the championship with 10 points. It's pretty close up to now, it's all to fight for. I think Chip Hazard is starting his championship tonight, if he's in. Yeah, he is. Should have been on comms, but he decided he wants to race. Fair play, lad. We'll see how he gets on. Most of the guys have had quite a bit of practice, so see where that fares. Evening, Wookie. Lads readying up now. Let's get ready for the one-shot sprint. JJ took pole last week, I think. If my knowledge is correct. I think it was 4 attempts to the second closest driver. JJ did take pole. He also took the fastest lap in the sprint as well, so he gained an extra point. Luke got the extra point for the feature race. Ready up, Wookie. Everyone else. So, one-shot quality. Before this sets the grid for the feature. Top 10 are reversed for the feature for the sprint race. 10 laps and 14 laps. All guys sorting the setups out, fuel load. Well, one shot, doesn't think it gives you the option. So, 10 seconds remaining. Yeah, so I think, have we got anyone missing for this week? I know Wab is reserving tonight. JJ Airways as it goes into turn 1. Pointing to the most critical corners on the track, 1 and 2. Easy to go out slightly wider than the wall on the exit, but that curb is nasty on the inside. Slightly more grip in these cars on the super softs. going through the hairpin. The bottom end of the circuit. Starts coming back up. Tight little right-hander. This is right. And the decompression there, we survived that. Still got pole, but still going through there, and left one car. Going through it. Slight bit of steering input, try to keep it straight. Good game for going into the left-hander. Similar to the right you just been through. Right, flat out now towards the final corner. See where the back puts them. Maxed out 180 miles per hour down the back straight through airways. As he opens his DRS towards the line, takes the shortest route, keeps to the left. JJ as he puts it on pole once again. Airway goal P5. So let's have a look at the grids. So JJ takes pole once again, another 4.5 tenths to Toby in second. 3.3. CRD. He had Wab, Waring, Luckman, he must have invalidated somewhere, didn't set a lap. It's pretty tight from third to 12th, probably about a second in it. Good times from the guys. Where did Chip put himself in P10? Great lap from Chip. As we start the sprint race, 10 laps, see what tyres the guys will choose. Last week they all went on the hards. Will they think them tyres will suit this track? We will see. So, who did well in the sprint last weekend? So in the sprint, JJ started 10th for the win. Well, anyway, and Carl Trim followed him for the final podium spots. Dan made his way from 19th to 7th last week. Is he going to make them sort of moves this weekend? Let's see where he starts. Should be one to look out for. I think JJ's one to look out for this week as well. JJ, we haven't got well anyway. He was reserved last week, but he drove an outstanding race. So, as they line up for the formation lap, as Chip takes the pole position, followed by Dan on the front row. Second row is Luke and Nerfpack. Carl and Airways take the third row. Mechanical and Max start just in front of Toby and JJ. Then you've got Hound and Wookie starting the back 10. Richie, Curly, Luckman, Wabs, T16, and at the back we've got Well. Let's have a look at the tyres. Everyone is on the mediums at the moment. No ERS obviously in the Formula 2 cars, so it is all about pure driver skill and where you put your car. The exits and the corners are so important. You haven't got that little boost to help you catch the car in front. You've only got the DRS points to help you. But there are 3 DRS points, DRS zones around the track. Keeping in that 1 second to the car in front. So everyone on the mediums taking it down the back straight towards the final corner on the formation lap. No one wanting to take too much out of these tyres. See how tyre wear takes an effect. People using different downforce setups. We'll see. Very fast circuit here in Jeddah. Hopefully the guys put on a show. Get rid of the tyres, we all know they're on the mediums. Takes up half the screen, we don't want that. So, Chip goes to take P1. Is he going to be P1 into turn 1? Or is Dan going to try and get himself in the lead? We're all over the back of Wab there. A little walk up from Wab as he enters his pit, as he enters his starting spot. Mechanical's missed his spots and it's given me the rear view, which we love. Get on board with Luke. No, Nerf pack, see how the front pack taken to turn 1 in case it changes. So, light sequence begins. How long is the double guys horse right? And lights out of the way we go into Jeddah. Formula 2, and Dan gets Chip straight away from the start. Chip gets a really bad start there. Loses to position before he even enters the braking zone, as everyone seems to get around nicely. Got Carl and Nerf pack swapping places. Everyone is squeezing through. Couple of places, Mechanical's down a place, Toby lost a place to JJ. Okay, as just getting place, Hound is up one on Mechanical. Yellow flag in sector 1. There's a car stopped in traffic at the moment. Is it going to be a virtual safety car? Down the front Packers has already extended his lead to half a second from Chip, who's half second back from Luke. So, Chip's not lost any time to Luke at the moment, but he's lost time to Dan. Got Ware and Bailey at the back swapping places. Doesn't look like any damage. All a tight grid at the moment, everyone within the DRS. First top 10 DRS is lucky if making the move on Mechanical. Mechanical wants it down the inside, but who is braver into the left-hander? Mechanical just about, and this leading the pack behind is going to catch them with this, and Mechanical, I don't think that was lucky, he tapped the wall there, but the pack behind, you got Hound, Richie, were all in this little battle here, going into the airpin. Who's going to keep it? The two Red Bulls take the inside line, and Richie is all over the back of Hound here. But Hound's looking at Wookie as well. Oh, don't make it 4 wide into turn 1. As Hound makes the move, but then just cut straight in front of Wookie. Wookie's lost his wing, lost an end plate at least there from that. Hound just cut straight across. Still a quick good battle here into end of sector 1. Through the S section, you got a really slow moving car there. I think that was Hound. Oh, I think it was worse, sorry. Slow Red Bull in the background. Did Richie keep his old lead for all that? Looks like he did. I think Wookie might have a bit of damage there. Looks intact. Oh no, he's missing an end plate. Is that going to help or hinder him down this track? If it's drivable, you'll gain time down the straights with half your wing missing, but if you can turn the corners, it looks a bit snaky through there. Oh no, it's Richie's going to make the move on Wookie is struggling there. Sorry, as Dan checked out in front at the moment, but we've got a big battle for P2, P3. As Chip goes off track, his car going to take it round the outside. Trim is also looking at this battle, him and his brother. Oh no, Luke, sorry. Stop Carl. 3 wide going into the final hairpin. Luke gets the move done on both of them. Carl's going to try and hang it round the outside. Who's going to have DRS? Is Luke going to have it? Or is Chip going to have it? Into turn 1. Carl doesn't make the move, he just sits behind. Great battles up to now, lap 3 of 10. Aaron Jeddah to the F2 seasons, round 2. Dan out front by 2.1 seconds at the moment. Brilliant drive from Dan. Good time pull. 0.6 seconds from Chip and Carl. Chip's dropped back another half a second. He's lucky the first one of the day with the 3-second time penalty. How have you gone off 3 times? I've not hit the wall. Chip is feeling the pressure from Nerf Pack roll now. He's got a big pack of cars behind. Just 3 tenths separating. Second separating the top 8. As Chip is defending for his right here against Nerf Pack. JJ's also trying to sitting there waiting. Are they going to make a mistake? DRS is open. Chip is going to make the move on Carl if he's not careful. Tries the inside line. Later on the brakes. Nice overtake there. Carl loses the spot but will have DRS. Chip's got it to defend. They both got DRS. And wow, that fastest lap is changing. Mechanical now. 4 people out of 5 changing fastest laps. Turn 1 and 2, everyone try to keep it clean. Good racing from the boys here. Close, 2 teammates. Nerf Pack and Airways. Here's the quicker driver out the pair of them. Just sitting where they are at the moment. It's allowing Chip to get away a bit. Oh, Luke, sorry, yeah, 1.2 seconds. Hamlin, 3-second time penalty as well. There's half the field, 3/4 of the field come down the hairpin there. All following in unison for the moment. Say, and just out Luke trying into that 2.2 seconds. JJ and Carl swapping places for 4th place. Pack Airways is all over the back, and there's contact, big contact from the 3 of them there. I don't know what happened. Got a few people up some places, and unfortunately for Airways, into the back. Richard trying to make the move on Max into the final corner. He's going to wait to hit the DRS. Luke will have it controlled in the defence. We're also at the back of this. As Max, I think, will lose a spot. Lose his 8th place. No, Richie pulls back in. I think it's better have it, takes turn 1 and 2. Max got just had a bit like that. As well, just making mechanical aware. Wow, not having a good race at all. Back to another one. I've got big place changes up here. Richie has made it past Max. Where is trying to hang it around the inside of Max as well. Is he going to take the spot? Going into sector 3. Good racing from the lads. Nerf Pack is looking quick tonight. Chip's looking quick. And JJ does take P2 off Luke. Luke must have had a moment because there's a good 2.5 gap there. As he's reeled Dan in though by 6 tenths. Another 5 laps to go. There's Chip and Nerf Pack jostle again into turn 1. Nerfpack might think about the move on Carl as well. Who gets the... There was a bit of contact there between Carl and Nerfpack, lucky not to spin. Got through now though with that little contact in turn 1. At the back, Wookie's trying to get past Mechanical. Got a 1.92 seconds gap to where it's in front. So he's Toby's just got himself to 3 seconds. I think Carl's just picked up a 3 seconds as well. Bit of wheel banging from Wookie and Hound. This Hound, is he going to try up the inside? No, holds the racing line. Mechanical is defending well against these 3 drivers. Not making any mistakes, keeping his car pointing where he needs it to be. I'd say that he taps the wall and takes a bit of the template. Commentators curses, that's it again. Is that going to make Wookie want to make the move now so we don't get held up, and he does try at the inside. And he does cut the corner, I think, to avoid an accident. Carl and Nerfpack. Carl's dropped these 4 or 5 cars. I'll keep swapping places totally at least after this shit. And behind we've got Nerfpack. Oliver Richie's trying to make the move on Nerfpack, and oh, that was a risky move that. So I think the issues might be slightly busy later. Does make for a cracking race, though. The racing has been fantastic. Gaps haven't been with a couple, but only a couple of seconds. Oh, Chip has gone really deep there. And Carl says thank you very much. Nerfpack says thank you very much as well. And Max is swapping places. Max is thinking, can he get the place back? Doesn't, keeps tight to that wall and just right out. Through this tricky right hander. It's a nice template, it would be. He seems to be turning okay, that car. No one pitted, so everyone is running without damage, with a slight bit of damage. Worth, I've got an end plate. I know Wookie doesn't have an end plate. Hound might have a tiny bit of damage as well. Good racing though, very minimal contact, but very close battling on trackers, I think. Losing a bit of traction. Lookman at the back. Airways after that spin. Lap 4, lap 5, found himself in P14 as Mechanical's dropped a load of places there. Wheel bang. That front wing must be really hurting Mechanical as Hound and Wookie's got places yet again. Wookie's pushing the Hound round the corner. He wants that space. Lookman's finding that airways. Sit on board with Nerfpack trying to get past Carl. One overhead, one at the bottom. He's going to try and take a different line. Shit, picks up a 3-second time penalty. Quite a few penalties, I didn't think there'd be that many. Got a battle between Nerfpack and Carl. Through sector 2, closely followed by Wur as Nerfpack tries to go side by side. Thinks better of it. Number 1 car and number 7 car fighting over it. Got that skid block or bits of wing flying. Is dirt for 5 minutes moving to the open. See who's gained and lost the most positions. JJ, after taking pole starting in P10, is back up to the race leader as Luke is catching him off P2. Were also started at the back, got himself into P7. The biggest loss is mechanical and Chip at the moment, who started on pole. They've got to do overtakes, done some good both races. Get on board. Oh, as I say that, there's a big crash and Wookie is out of the race. That should be a safety car, but we are on lap 9. Might just... it's unlucky for Wookie, just as I caught on the back of that and see what happened. As we are green again. Just yellow flags to clear up that. We will have a final lap. Luke and Dan. Dan wants that second spot on the podium after taking the lead at turn 1. Was out in a league of his own until lap 5, 6. He had a 2.2 second lead. But Luke and JJ managed to get past, and JJ took about a second. Dan is squirrely on them tyres into the last corner. He's also got DRS to defend them. As they stay where they are as we start the final lap. So JJ could be in for another sprint win here if he can keep it within the white lines. Luke looking really sideways out of that corner. Dan will be wanting that position if he sees more mistakes like that. Has he got the time? Has he got the pace to get him on the final lap? Mechanically down in P40, probably not where he'd want to be tonight. After being at the front with the front runners, didn't see what happened. As it did slightly settle down for the last couple of laps. Both his battle is Chip and Max at the moment. DRS. DRS on Max. He's going to try at the inside. Woohoo! Really outdoes himself there. Wow. Lucky not to end up in the barriers. Okay, I was under a lot of pressure from there. I was in Hound. Yeah, so Lookman hasn't really got going this race. Richie was up there, made a bit of a silly move into turn 1, ended up spinning. Finds himself at the back of the grid. Mechanical was up there. Could have had a bit of a moment. Finds himself in P14. Top 10 do score. And an extra point for the fastest lap. JJ takes the win. Sorry, I missed that JJ. I was too busy talking. I was zoned out looking at the screen. Great drive from JJ from P10 to P1. Luke also top drive. Dan will be I think he'll be a bit wounded with the P3 there from the start that he made. Well, we're really happy with that. Starting from 17th all the way up to P6. Mechanical down 7, finds himself in P14. Everyone on the mediums till the end there. People running with damage. Fair play for getting it round. Not causing too many incidents. JJ takes his second sprint race of the season. Can he pull another performance in the feature race tonight? As the podium celebrations happen. So, let's get the final results there for your sprint here in Jeddah. Congratulations to Luke, JJ and Dan for the podium. There is your final results. So, Chip in his first race finishes P9. Good race, made a great couple of overtakes to get himself into the points. Toby had a bit of a solid race. Let's hope for more of that in the feature. I flew around that. Sun is shining here in Jeddah. So we get a night F1 race. Glad to see the Formula 2 Championship up and running. Lads put a lot of time into it and they are enjoying racing it by the sounds of things. So a few drivers finished well last week. Toby finished well in the sprint this week. He also got a P4 last week. Dan finished P7, got his way up onto the podium. Shows as the drivers sort the setups out, fuel loads, tyre pressures. We'll go through the standings rapid. No, they won't. They will start the formation lap. I went through it before. Look out. I'm tight. For anyone watching, there's 6 watching at the moment. It's not too bad for a Tuesday night of CDR. So we had a couple of good runs. Can he turn it into a race win this weekend? Mechanicals well. Can Dan make his way from P9 back up to the podium? Got Chip starting P2. See where he ends up. Can Muckman pull his way through? He struggled in the sprint. Is he going to have a better race tonight? We're starting in P17. We'll have to do all the overtakes once again. tyres. Oh, everyone on the mediums far were back on the super softs. Switching early, so a bit of an issue. On the grid. As the drivers make it way down the final corner for the start of the feature race for CDR Formula 2, round 2 in Jeddah. We've got 5 races left of the season. Next time out will be in Abu Dhabi. So all the drivers lining up towards the start of the feature race. Who is going to take P1? Who's going to drive themselves up in the championship? 5 lights, didn't hold them too long, and they all look to get away quite smoothly there. Turns to the front as Carl easily takes it into turn 1 in the lead. As you can see the Nerf pack taking after the escape roads to avoid people at turn 1. It is a very tight turn 1 and 2 that everyone looks to be getting unscathed. Good battle as Swoop gets past Mechanical went a bit wide there. So we've got smuggling wide. I think that's chipped a little bit wide. Just gained a couple of places on this first opening lap. Chip, so start to make inroads on Mucky. We've got yellow flag to if it all looks clear. I think someone's just gone off at the exit of the airfield. Let's see who that is. They're going again. JJ's got an 8-second lead, but Airways is fighting Toby for that P2 spot. Airways and Max, nice little battle, followed by Carl, Dan and Luke. All in a nice little battle for 5th, 6th and 7th at the moment. That front pack has just got a 1.2 second gap at the moment. Airways is just being dropped by the two at the front. Fighting with Max. It's just going to cost him both time. But Max wants to get the move. This allows Carl, Dan and Luke just to sit there, planning an attack. Mechanical and Howard swapping place into turn 1. There's a big gaggle of cars there. Wookie, Chip and Wur. Chip's getting passed by Wur. Howard's also back past Mechanicals to get through the end of sector 1. Through the S's. Hound, sorry. One in the position, Hound's down at 250. Careful. Yeah, he's trying to make the move on Mucky. He's well going to make it stick. He's got the inside line. Try not to go too wide here, boys. And Word takes to the escape roll. Gives the place back them super softs. He's already up 6 places, but he's losing time at the minute. Hopefully that bit of a moment out of that corner put him under big pressure from Whitman. He was out. I'm going to say that Whitman takes a spot. Chip wanting to get past also. Where it is side by side. Chip's going to try and make the move as well. Yeah, he's doing the back of the at the moment. On 44th lap. That's Chip. looking at Luckman, who's looking at where. He's looking up the inside of Luckman. Oh, a bit of a wheel bang. That sends Chip a bit wide and loses the place to Nerf Pack in the process. Get over your front runners. JJ, 1.3 seconds out in front from Toby. He's had a big moment there, he's lost 5 tenths. He's got a big moment. That's just put Toby all over the back of JJ. Is Toby going to take the lead? That's lap 3, lap 4. Is he going to try and make the move? Obviously no battery to manage. It's all about Toby. Towards down the back side of the track. Slams the DRS shut. Toby does make the move, but it goes a bit wide. Is JJ going to get the lead back? He does. JJ just overshot himself there slightly. Max has got past Airways, who was looking back at him at the minute, and Luke is going 3 wide here. Carl Airways backs. Carl's just hit the wall on the exit. Airways is going to have a bit more speed. Also with the DRS, he's got Max on his inside, Luke behind for company. Could see a few overtakes here to turn 1. Airways gets the move on Carl, but everyone else. Max has also got the move done on Luke. Good battle for these 4 drivers. Clean, fair overtakes, and then we've got their patch dropping back a bit. It's also looking dropping back further. See what's going on. Left pack. Now look, left pack has got a 3-second time penalty. There's a both off track. There's a warning from left pack. 3 more of them, and you'll have another 3 seconds. That's allowed JJ to pull nearly a second gap out in front. Closest battle at the moment is for P4, 5 and 6. Carl, Max and Luke have been battling for most of the race. Yeah, so when people decide to work out, take them super soft to the end. Battle is still going. He picks up a 3 seconds. See, all the drivers side by side at the moment. Went to it, and Max tries something inside of Luke, but just runs out the straight. He can catch, but he just can't get that bit of extra. Is Max going to try? Very risky move into turn 3. Turn 4, no, he's fixed better off that. 4 laps. 5 out of 14. The pole sitter still leading the race. So look who has gained and lost the most. Front 2 stay where they are. As in the process, Luke is trying to get past Carl. Great battle between these 3. Max is all over the back of him as well. Just keeps swapping positions every couple of laps. As did someone clip the inside wall? I think Carl has lost an end plate there. Yeah, he has. He's clipped the inside loop. This is allowing the couple of cars behind Mechanical and Mechanical and Dan, so just to catch up as Dan is in the wall. Got a bit of a tap from Mechanical there. Yeah, that's not what we want to see. Right, street track like this. Toby's brought that gap down to just over half a second. His closest battle is Max and Mechanical now. Mechanical wants that P6 spot. Is Max going to defend it? Just runs out the road. He nearly taps the back of Luke in the process. Great following from these drivers. Second penalty. Puts him on 6 seconds. Butman's out the race. Butman's crashed. Oh, Butman is out. So after a terrible sprint race, it's just got even worse for Luckman, and that's a virtual safety car. People shouldn't gain or lose anything to the car in front, but they always seem to. Oh, fuck. That's just kicked me from the game, that. That was a bad one. Nice one, Luckman. I don't know what really happened there. So, I think you can still hear me on the chat. Hopefully you can. Don't know what happened there. That's very odd. So, got missed. See what we've missed. Sorry about that, boys. Toby and JJ still out in front. Only 0.6 seconds. Glad the stream didn't go off there. Had a bit of a mess. We've got a lot of debris down the main straight. Where is boxing off the super softs? So, let's see if he's going to go onto the mediums. He is going onto the mediums, as Dan has boxed a set of super softs, tick and tick. So it's half race distance. Curl is in for a new front wing as well, also choosing the super softs. So the leaders have stayed out, racing. Just eat these mediums out, couple of laps. Quick dash to the end on the super softs. Big gap opened up from second and third. Good 5 seconds at the moment as JJ's out in front. So the battle's on track with Max. Go back on with Max Nerf packing mechanical slip in the back of this car. It's still under pressure, but it's holding Luke and Max behind. Luke keeps thinking about it, but just hasn't. Just runs out the road. These four could finish in any order at this moment in time. See the few more overtakes inbound. It's the closest battle we've got on track at the moment. As I say, every point score, every position scores in the sprint. Just then a couple as Nerf pack boxes. No, it doesn't. Sorry, looking at the wrong screen. Toby boxes. So, is JJ going to react this lap, or does he think he can hold it out? Nerf pack and Chip fighting through turn 1. Yet to pit. So Toby should come out in P8, which he does. JJ reacts, and if the undercut works, we will find out shortly. This car comes out the pits. On with Wab and Wookie. So, Luke mechanical. Max still battling on the medium tyres. Will they all pit at the same time? Just waiting for each other to pit and just follow. track position to the people you're battling then. That's pretty quite early for them, so a lap or two earlier than everybody else. We'll see if that pays dividends towards the end. He's at the back at the moment. He did have contact, so he would have had a wind change. Luke Mechanical into the final hairpin, closely followed by Max and Luke box. Mechanical stays out, takes P2 as takes the lead of the race, as the leader pits. Let's see where he comes out in line with Toby. They were your net leaders before the round of pit stops. And the undercut from Toby has worked on JJ. JJ's going to lose a couple. He's just lost the place to Toby. So from being 2 seconds in front to being 0.5 seconds behind, the undercut round here works. Going on to them super softs, pumping in some good lap times. A bit of clean air in front always helps. New race leader Mechanical. And Nerf back in P2 yet to pit. So these are your net leaders at the moment, Toby and JJ. 9.7 seconds back from Airways. So Max lost out in the pit stops there to Luke. Good battle still on track with Were and Max. Max is going to get the DRS on Word down the back straight. He's going to try and make the move into the hairpin. He's going to sit tight and wait for the main straight. He goes a bit too deep there and tags the back of Word, costing himself a good couple of attempts there. I think that's the overtake chance gone as Luke and Airways are swapping places. Oh no, sorry. That's the front runners boxing. Toby is now the race leader by 0.7 of a second. Back from JJ. Will want that win after getting the win in the sprint. Move himself further in front in the championship. Airways can move back along for that final holding spot. Essentially just stay up into the distance. But this is your fight for P3. Where Max and Mechanical still battling away. Where's a bit closer to Max and Mechanical fights. The Roman now won't lose any places. He's only got a 3-second penalty. Max will drop one spot. As Max is done by Were. And that is Mechanical all over the back of Max. Drag race down to turn 1. Were's a bit susceptible to the overtake. We know what DRS here. Going 3 wide, no. Did well not to make too much contact there. Mechanical gets through on Max. Good battle. see that reflection there for the cars in front. That gap at front. Still got just gave the 10th and a half as I say that. It's nearly out with the DRS. JJ's had a fantastic race this weekend. So's Toby to be fair. Luke's also doing them out. He's got an airway pick up, you know. See if Airways can make the move. 3 laps to go. And he's going up the inside. Luke doesn't really fight that too much. He has got the DRS though to fight back. Is he going to try again? And Luke swaps back into turn 1. Maybe Airways should have waited a minute just to go down the main straight. I don't know if there's a bit of contact there, but Luke loses the back end. Airways lost time as well. He's mechanical wants that spot. Yeah, a bit of contact between the two there. Airways lost the most out of that, I think. Final 2 laps to go. Well, another great drive up 11 places. Starting from the back, ended in finishing P6 in the sprint. He's going to claim P6 in the race as well. We've got 2 laps to hold on to Max, but he's carrying that penalty. The driver behind him are, so he should be safe for now. He will want to try and catch mechanical though. Airways and mechanical still battling. We've got Were and Max just behind them. So JJ is checked out in front. 1.8 seconds your gap to the leader as he comes down the finals, the main straight for the second to last time. Bit of a DRS train formed back into turn 1. Airways is going to try a mechanical again. He's listened. He's made the move into turn 1 instead of the last corner. Use a DRS there instead of having it used against you. Got 3 DNFs this week. Watman, Hound and Richie. Unfortunate. It's always next week to get them points on the board. Danny's into the pits again. What's happened there? I thought Dan could have been on possibly for a podium tonight. So, another second and a half in this final lap. Got mechanical still battling. It's been in a battle all race. Mechanical tonight. Airways is on the defensive. It's mechanical. Takes the inside line, gets the move done before the braking zone. Puts back in onto the Mason line. As the leader comes round the final corner to start the final lap. We go 3 wide down the back straight. Airways loses it to mechanical. Mechanical goes deep though, so that's going to let Were. Is Were going to make the move as well? Airways has got the place back. Is Were going to stick it round the inside? Is Airways going to lose 2 places here down the main straight? He does. And Were, wow, gets up into P5. Great overtakes by Were there. Can he hold it round the outside though? Mechanical is fighting him hard. No contact, no! Ah. wears out the race. I think, how did that not take his wheel off? So it's just not a corner you go side by side at. So Mechanical and Airways now, where they started, 4th and 5th, 5th and 6th, yeah, 4th and 5th, sorry. Let's have a look at the penalties. 3 seconds for Mechanical, 6 for Max, 3 and 6, Chip. 3 for Carl, 12 seconds for Lucky, 3 for Nerfpack and Dan. As we'll get on to the leader, as he goes down the back straight. Been in a losing zone tonight. Started on pole, lost the positions in the pit stop, but then got it back and also pulled out a 4-second lead. So JJ does the double here in Jeddah for CDR Formula 2. Toby takes second place on the podium. I think Luke is going to take P3. Bit of a battle here for P4 and 5. Mechanical does have that time penalty though. So I think Airways will take the P4. Bit of a drag race towards the line. The car was chipped. Is Carl going to get it? No. That's the final pair. Take the final corner. Thrilling race. Top driving from the lads, good battles. Bit of contact, but it's one of them tracks where it's a bit inevitable. A couple of silly moves, but it's racing. Everyone's got their own opinion on it. Looks different from different perspectives, so good race. Only 3 DNFs, which ain't too bad. That is round 2 of CDR in Jeddah complete. We'll get the final standings in a moment. Get the drivers in for the interviews. So, see how it was from their side. So there's your results. Sprint race results. JJ taking the win, Luke on the podium again, along with Dan. And that's your feature race results. JJ also takes the win, Toby's up there again, along with Luke. Oliver Ritchie, Hound and Lutman also DNF'd. Just in right, the lads. Let's get the invites sent. Don't know if Luke will be joining, but I'm sure JJ really loves a good natter. Speak of the devil.
Yo, can you hear me? Because my headset's playing up.
Very, very quiet, mate. Let me just try and see if that's on my end.
If you can turn your party volume up, because this headset is
There you
on its
go,
way
that's a bit
out.
better,
Well,
mate. I think
yeah.
that should be sweet.
Let me
Well,
just turn this down.
let's see if
1
any
second, bro.
any others join, mate. Then we'll get right into it.
Yeah, man.
So I don't think he really does interviews, Luke, does he?
I don't know. I don't know.
Do you know what? It might just be yourself, lad, because the other two have left.
Well, it was.
Well,
I'll wait another 10 seconds or 20 seconds. See if they don't turn up. I'll take the
so,
chat on me own.
yeah, my game went off halfway through that as well. No, let's just get going anyway, lad. Well, brilliant race this weekend from you. P1 in the sprint, P1 in the race, lad, and pole position, your second pole position of the season. So you've
Yeah,
got to be
man.
buzzing with how the season started.
Yeah, like I said to you, I think when I was doing your race a couple of weeks ago. Um, these cars, I've been playing this game a long time, since the early days, and when there wasn't any battery, and I think when I first started playing, there was no DRS. It come later on, so it suits me down to the ground because I'm quite a smooth kind of driver. When there's no battery involved, I can run a setup that I know that is gonna. I ran a very low aero setup tonight. I literally had, I think it was 22 on
Yeah.
the front and 0 on the rear, for the
Wow.
pure fact of getting through traffic, because around here it's hard to overtake if you're in a train. And I knew straight away from the sprint race that even without DRS, I was just going past people. So it was nice to get the sprint. The sprint's always more exciting because there's a lot more you got to do. And at first I see Dan pulling away, and I could see him, he was getting further and further away. But then once I got past the pack kind of thing, once I got past everyone, I knew what could see what lap times I was doing while I was in the pack, and he wasn't losing me when I was getting close to the front. And I just knew I can catch him. And once I got past him, because even with DR, I think Toby was the only one that ran a similar setup, because
Yeah, I
he
could
was
tell you and Toby was in a bit of a different league towards the end of that race.
yeah. So it was but I knew as well in the feature, just get away from the line, take it easy, because I had 2 warnings from the first 2 laps.
Ooh.
So I was thinking, right, I've got a plan here, just keep it within limits. I nearly lost it completely in sector 1. I think it was lap 2 or 3. I just broke his DRS, and then I went wide on the curb, and I didn't want to cut the corner, so I come back round. I lost about 8 tenths, and he was right up the rear of me.
Yeah, I seen that. He was right on the back of your gearbox going into the hairpin at the bottom.
Yeah,
I caught that. I
and
thought he might
then
have had a bit of a snap.
I thought, right, okay, it's just now playing to the pit stop, and I knew when he boxed a lap early, it was going to be too early, because the tyre super softs go off really fast from previous experience on other games. So just waited, bided my time. When I was sitting behind him after Nerve went in, I sat behind him the whole. I didn't use my DRS. I think I turned it on a little bit towards the last corner just to set him up for the first corner.
Yeah.
And once I got that done, it was pretty much just waiting till his tyres go off, keep doing what I was doing, and it was straightforward,
No,
to be fair.
fair one. It was a top race. That a lot
Yeah.
of close battles. There was a bit of a DRS train forming, but they were swapping places every lap. So it's good to see the overtakes can be done, and you certainly shown that in the sprint as well. So yeah,
Yeah,
well done, lad.
it's. I must admit, obviously F1's going to have more people interested in the flagship brand, but
Yeah.
F2 cars are literally all about patience, your smoothness, keeping your tyres in a decent window as well. Because if you,
Yeah.
that's what Toby done with about 3 laps to go. His tyres, where he's trying to keep up, his tyres are just gone.
Mm.
I think I had one wheel spin moment on the mediums about lap 6, going through sector 1 and nearly lost it.
Yeah.
Apart from that though, yeah, it was really enjoyed the sprint. The feature was just to get a bit of a game of chess and just turn it on when I had to, really, not get a penalty.
Well, fair play to you, lad. So I think you've extended your lead at the top of the championship with that as well. So
Yeah, like I say, my aim is, I'm not gonna lie, I, my, I must admit, my aim is to win it, and if I don't win it, I'll have the ump.
well, you certainly started well. So keep it going, mate. And then it's yours to lose. There's only a couple of 4 or 5 races left.
Yeah, it was nice in the sprint though, because we had obviously me, Luke, and Dan at the front, and I don't think you was here when we done the F2 championship last. It was me, him, and Luke battling every week.
Right.
Every week it
I'll
was us
keep an
three.
eye out for that one then.
Yeah, and down to the last race, I think there was 5 points separating the three of us, as well. So, which was at Japan, and I think the three of us were separated by about 8 points by the end of it.
Wow. Yeah,
That
that's
that that,
tight.
that was quite nice.
Mm.
But yeah, running these cards without any assists and getting used to them, mate. Once you nail it, it's so hard to catch up with the people that are doing it. So I'm just putting a bit of it.
Nope. Good. Right.
Thank you for taking your time out, mate, and doing the race again.
Oh, don't worry about it, mate. I'll be here every week, me lads. Enjoy watching it. Please put on a good show. So fair one.
Great, man. Well, see you again. I'll see you on
Yeah,
Sundays. I'll be around
probably.
this Sunday.
Yeah, probably hear from you on Sunday, lad. So enjoy the
Yeah.
rest of your week, mate.
Cheers, mate. Have a good
See
one.
you later, pal. Bye bye.
Bye.
So that is round 2 of the Formula 2 Championship for CDR. All done. So we'll catch you on Friday, 8 o'clock for the Formula 1 Championship, Tier 1 and 2. And then I'll be on Sundays, Tier 3 at 8 o'clock. So I'll speak to you then. Bye bye.